Nobody cares until you win, and that is the greatest advantage you will ever have in life. In this world, you are invisible until you prove yourself, and that truth may sound cold, but it is also liberating. When no one cares, you are free to fail, free to experiment, free to make mistakes without the weight of expectations. When no one is watching, you have the silence, the space, and the room to grow into something unrecognizable. The problem is that most people crumble when they realize no one claps for them at the beginning, no one supports them at the start, no one sees the vision they carry in their hearts. But that's exactly the test. If you quit because no one believes in you, then you never truly believed in yourself in the first place. Think about it. Every champion was once unknown. Every great entrepreneur once worked in silence. Every legend you admire once walked through the same tunnel of loneliness and doubt. Nobody cares about your struggle, your excuses, your long nights, or your pain. They care about results. The day you win, the day you succeed, suddenly the same world that ignored you will turn its eyes toward you. They will say they always believed in you. They will rewrite history. They will celebrate you as if they were always there. But deep down you will know the truth. Nobody cared until you proved them wrong. That's why this stage, this period where you are invisible, is your greatest advantage. It is the training ground. It is the battlefield where you sharpen your sword. When you are unknown, you have nothing to lose. You can take risks. You can practice, fail, and rebuild. You can dedicate yourself to mastery without the pressure of the crowd. People think obscurity is a curse, but it is a blessing. Because once the spotlight is on you, every mistake is magnified, every misstep is criticized, and every weakness is exposed. That's why you must embrace this season of being overlooked. Use it to prepare, to harden yourself, to build something undeniable. But here's the harsh truth. Most people don't survive this season. They quit when nobody cares. They give up when their efforts go unnoticed. They stop when applause doesn't come. But that's why the few who persist, who grind in the shadows, who fight when nobody is watching, rise to the top. Because they didn't need validation to keep moving. They didn't need claps to stay disciplined. They didn't need anyone to tell them it was possible. They carried their own fire, and that fire made them unstoppable. Winning is not about talent alone, it's about endurance. It's about the ability to keep going when the world doesn't acknowledge you. It's about pushing forward when your name means nothing. It's about showing up day after day, building brick by brick even when no one cares. And then one day, after years of invisibility, your work explodes. Suddenly everyone wants to know you. Suddenly everyone respects you. Suddenly everyone calls you a genius. But you will remember the years when they laughed, when they doubted, when they ignored, and that memory will fuel you to never stop. Nobody cares until you win, and that is a gift. It means no one is tracking your failures, no one is counting your losses, no one is recording your stumbles. You get to fail in peace, you get to learn without judgment, you get to grow without the noise of critics. Use that. Use every second of invisibility to prepare for the moment when the spotlight finally finds you. Because once it does, everything changes. The people you once begged to notice you will now beg for your attention. The same ones who ignored your messages will now flood your inbox. The same ones who doubted you will now call you an inspiration. That is the cycle of success, and you must understand it early. Don't take it personally when no one supports you. Don't waste energy on convincing them. Don't cry because they don't see your vision. They are not supposed to. It is not their dream to carry. It is yours. And here's the deeper truth. If everyone supported you from the beginning, you wouldn't become strong. You wouldn't develop resilience. You wouldn't learn to trust yourself. You wouldn't grow the hunger required to win. It is the loneliness, the rejection, the silence that makes you ruthless enough to succeed. The lack of support forces you to build inner strength. The doubts you face sharpen your focus. The disbelief around you lights the fire of obsession. Without these, you would never rise to greatness. So next time you feel invisible, remember this, it's not a punishment, it's a privilege. Nobody cares until you win, and that is your advantage. While they are watching someone else, you are sharpening your craft. While they are doubting you, you are stacking skills. While they are laughing, you are building discipline. And one day, when you finally step out of the shadows, you will be unstoppable because you built yourself in silence. Think of the greatest stories in history. Nobody cared about Edison until the light bulb worked. Nobody cared about Michael Jordan until the rings came. Nobody cared about Steve Jobs until Apple transformed the world. Nobody cared about you yesterday. And that's fine, because tomorrow when you break through, the same world that doubted you will have no choice but to care. The only question is, will you last long enough in the shadows to reach that day? Will you embrace being overlooked as fuel, or will you let it break you? Remember, success is reserved for those who keep moving when no one claps. Legends are made in the dark. And when you finally win, the silence will turn into noise, the doubt will turn into applause, and the loneliness will turn into legacy. So stop waiting for someone to notice, stop waiting for support, stop waiting for validation. Your advantage is that nobody cares right now. Use that freedom to build, use that space to become unstoppable, because the day you win, the world will care, and by then you will already know you don't need them to.